Hey ladies, welcome to tonight's call for Thursday, November 13th for our team meeting. And tonight I'm going to go over some social media strategies. Last weekend, I had the opportunity to go to the Platinum Edge Conference in Dallas with Alex and a couple other people on our team. One of the speakers there was Shalene Johnson, and one of the things she talked about was having a strategy for using social media. And I think a lot of times people just, social media is our business. That's the bottom line. And a lot of times we don't have a plan for how we're going to use it. We just start posting and hope that people see our posts, hope that they are inspired by our post, but we don't always have, a really good plan of that gets results, because we're just posting when we think about it and not following a specific formula. So these are my notes. She recommends a 5-step social media strategy that includes 12 specific types of posts. And so I'm going to kind of go over that here. Before I go into the 5 steps, a couple things that I heard that really stuck out to me, maybe because they are things that I need to focus on. One, your role is to make other people feel comfortable in life and in social media. So no one gravitates towards somebody who's just selling stuff. They're going to gravitate towards somebody that they want to be their friend. They're going to go towards somebody that they feel comfortable with and they just want to hang out with all of the time. So I am a naturally shy person. I am not allowed to call myself that anymore. So I'm a recovering shy person who's trying to learn to be more outgoing and personable. And I know that I personally don't always make other people feel comfortable. So that's something that I'm working on. But in order to be successful in this business, you have to be a person who draws people to you. And the way you do that is to bring them into your life and make them feel comfortable and, ask questions about them and get to know them really well. You have to be deliberate about sharing your story and drawing those people to you. It's attraction marketing. And then what I'm going to go over now is a social media strategy to help you kind of master attraction marketing. So 5 steps. Step 1 is to set a goal. And it's really easy to say, my goal is this rank or my goal is this income. And the goal that Shalene recommends is that you find 10 people to go deep with. So not that you're going to find 10 people to join your team, or that, that's going to happen this month or in the next year. But ultimately, the goal is to find 10 people who are in this with you, who relate to you, that, are attracted to you because of who you are. So sometimes, in the last 2.5 months, I probably added 10 people to the team, but they're not necessarily my 10 people that are going to really relate to me and get me and be in this for the long haul. So if this is your goal, to attract 10 people to you, then you're going to set up to attract people who are your people. You want to figure out who your ideal fellow coach is, what qualities that they have, and then figure out how to attract them. So everything that you do on social media, your whole goal is going to be to find these people and bring them to you. Once they are there, step 2 is your destination. So where are you taking these people? Ideally, in every post you make, you want to try and move people to where you have more control over whether or not they interact with you. So when you post on Facebook, you don't always have control over whether or not your target customer is going to actually see that post. A lot of times, I have almost 2,000 friends on Facebook, and at any given time, maybe 100 people like my post, and that doesn't mean that not more people didn't like it. A lot of times they're just not seeing it. So you want to try to move to where you can control whether they see your stuff. So have them join your email list, have them join a Facebook group, or message them privately on Facebook, get them to message you privately. So those are kind of the things that you want to try to do in order to move people to a different destination where they will see what you're presenting more frequently. And step 3, create a formula. So the formula is going to be different probably for every person because we all have different markets. But the formula is, how many times you're posting daily, what exactly you're posting, Shalene strongly recommends creating a like page and doing your business almost exclusively through your like page as much as possible. And I have resisted this for a long time because I feel like, I have 2,000 friends on my Facebook page. Why do I want to abandon them and go start using my like page where there's only 300 people? But the nice thing about a like page is that you'll have analytics there. You'll be able to see how many people have seen your post, how many people chose to interact with it, and how many people didn't. You'll be able to see when your target market is online, when your audience is online. You'll also be able to compare your page to other pages that are similar to yours in order to get more ideas about, what and how to post and how those people are interacting with their market. So this is something that I'm going to be looking into. I'm already kind of have started the process of switching. I've had a like page for 2 years, but that really, I think like pages are really going to help with the formula part of it. Step 4 is to create a schedule. However, scheduled posts don't perform as well on Facebook, so keep that in mind. You want to have a schedule that you're following. So say you post at 6:30, 11:30, 3:30, and 6:30 again. Those are the times of day that you post. But you don't necessarily want to schedule them. You want to actually go in and actually post at those times if at all possible, because you're going to have a higher number of people who see your things. It's also important that you know when and what to post. And in a minute here, we're going to go over the what part, because I have 12 different types of posts to use in your attraction marketing. And then step 5 is to create content. And when you're creating content, you want to make sure that you've kept your goal in mind. So remember, what we talked about first is that your goal is to find 10 people, who are in this with you for life, who are like you, who you can relate to, that are going to be, your 10 best friends. So when you're creating content, think about whether or not this content is going to bring those people to you, attract those people to you. A great suggestion that I heard is to create an Excel spreadsheet, and across the top just have different sheets for each type of post. And then when you have an idea for that type of post, go in and copy and paste it there. And so then you have a file that is all 12 different kind of posts. And when you're struggling for what to say, or you just wake up and you're like, I got nothing today. I have a lot of those days. You can just go into your file and you can pull something out and go ahead and post it. And I would suggest that you start with, try to create like 3 months worth of content. Just sit down for 2 hours, or I don't know, longer, couple 2-hour segments, and try to start creating content, because then when you get started, you know that you'll be able to be consistent. So people are going to like your like page. They're going to follow you for a certain type of post. And if you're not providing that, they're not going to stay engaged. When you don't post on a page, then Facebook doesn't give your next post as much face time. I don't remember the word, but they don't show it as much. So you have to be consistently building an audience. And then if you run out of content, you're just out of luck. It's also okay to reuse content, especially if it doesn't get kind of the traction that you want it to in the beginning. You can delete that post and use it again later, or use it on a different platform. Most of what I'm talking about here is I'm referring specifically to Facebook, but you could use this strategy in any social media that you want to, but I would recommend choosing one to really focus on and master, because there's people on all of them. So it really doesn't matter which one you choose, as long as you are consistently there and continue to use it. Okay, so 12 different types of posts. So I'll say this again just because I know a couple people jumped on late, but the 5-step strategy is to first have a goal, have a destination of where you want to take people, have a formula, have a schedule, and then have great content. So those are the 5 steps to social media strategy. And then 12 different types of posts I'm going to go over now. as I'm doing this, I really suggest that you like write down what the type is, but then also real quick, try to think of like 3 things right away that you could use in this category so that you'll have, once we're done here, 12 times 3, 36 different posts already. That could be all of your content for this next week so that you can go ahead and get started. So just a thought. Also, all of these types of posts, if you can do it in a video is the absolute best way to share something on Facebook right now. On a like page, you can pay to boost an ad, you can run an ad so that more people see it. But right now, Facebook really wants you to be sharing videos, not YouTube videos, but ones that are uploaded directly into Facebook. So they're organic to Facebook. They want people to see videos so that people will stop going to YouTube so much that they will promote that post. Like, it will get more time in other people's newsfeed just because that's what Facebook wants right now, which could change before we even get off this call. But if you can share something in a video format, that is the best option right now. So number 1, first type of post, share a resource or tool that relates to your goal. Remember, your goal is to attract people who are like you. So that doesn't necessarily have to be about fitness, but try to think of 3 resources or tools that relate to your goal. So here's some example. They could be books that are on a topic specific to you. So for me, I have this really great book that's about managing your home and planning your time. So that might be something that my audience is interested in. It's a homeschool mom book. If you have a kind of hanger that you really love because your clothes never, fall off, or let's see, if there's just a product that you really like, anything that you can recommend to people that helps them is a great option to share about. Number 2, something that's entertaining. And again, video is the best option here. If that's, something that you have an entertaining video of your, kid. I don't know what else would be really super entertaining. Bloopers, like if you have, you try to make a workout video, but it's a total fail. That's entertaining. So that's still a good thing to post. Lip sync videos, right? I know we all love lip sync videos, so those can be very entertaining. By the way, just heads up, tomorrow, Christmas lip sync, okay? So be prepared to share a Christmas lip sync, just saying. Okay. Number 3, a pedestal post. So this means honoring somebody on your team, not always about rank. Don't wait for people to rank advance to honor them. Find something, write down 3 ideas of a way that you can honor somebody on your team for whatever they've done. Because when you do that, when you're, honoring somebody, then other people see that and they're like, oh, I want that. Most of us, we haven't gotten a lot of recognition since high school. That's the last time that a lot of people have been to an award ceremony. They want people to recognize them for anything. And so that will draw people to you when you're honoring somebody else. Number 4, a question or a poll. Ask people to help you make a decision. People really like to control your life, or at least feel like they do. I know I do this a lot. I'll post a question like, how should I cut my hair? I already know how I'm going to cut my hair, but people really like to chime in on that kind of stuff. Especially if you can incorporate this more into like your business stuff also, like, which logo do you like for my next clean eating challenge group? Then people are going to comment on that because, they have an opinion about everything. But also now it's, kind of promoting your clean eating challenge group because it's got a lot of traction on that post. And also they'll start to feel more connected with your business because they helped make that decision. And so they want to be more involved. Number 5, an upswing. So a lot of times people on Facebook are posting negative stuff. And if you feel like you want to post something negative, sometimes that's okay because that just shows that we're real, but always make sure that it includes an upswing. So this bad thing happened, but here's the positive that came out of it. And don't just leave it as negative because nobody wants to follow a negative person. 6, Ways to save time and money. So this is the part where I went to the bathroom. Saying. But this is one of the things that you should do the least because you don't want to be a salesperson. So you're not trying to sell them products. But sometimes if you have, a way that something that can save time and money, it's a good one to share. Number 7, FAQ posts. So answer questions that you get asked a lot. Or even if you're not getting asked questions a lot, you could, think of things that you are an expert a lot and just share them anyhow. Here's some, question and answer type of thing. And again, relate this to your goal. So the kind of people that you want to attract, think about information they would want, and that's what you should share. Number 8, motivational things, quotes, pictures, images, things like that, motivational things. Number 9, how-to videos or systems. So one idea that I have had for a long time that I've never made a video on is how to travel with Shakeology. Something I do, I have those baby food, baby formula containers, and I'll put a scoop of Shakeology in each one, and then it's like already pre-measured for me, and I take it with me to the airport and whatever. And so every time I'm sitting in the airport, I'm like, you should make a video about how I'm drinking my Shakeology in the airport with this cool baby food formula thing. I've never done it, but I always think that, but then I'm too embarrassed to actually break it out in the middle of the airport. Next time I'm going to do it. But that's just an example of a how-to video that would fit in. Number 10, gratitude. So I'm grateful for, pick 2 or 3 things that you're grateful for, and then always at the end ask your turn. So with every post that you do, you want to try to engage people. So you want to ask them a question. You want to try to get them to tag a friend, or like I said, move to another destination with you, send you a private message. Join a group, subscribe to your email list, visit your blog. So if you can ask a question, that'll get people commenting on your thing. And this is something that Shalene says she does every Sunday. She does a I'm grateful for post, and then picks a few things she's grateful for, and then other people, she asks other people to say, okay, now what are you grateful for? And so that's something that you could consistently do every week. That would be, easy content. And you can also, center the things you're grateful around the people that you want to attract. Number 11, posts that are about, this is who I am. So your story. This is another one that you don't want to do as much, but you do want to continue to put your story out there, because as you add new followers to your page, they're not going to know who you are. Actually, I don't know if you guys remember when Sarah Hawley was on our call talking about Instagram. After that, we were chatting, and she was like, I didn't even know that you had cancer. I've been friends with that girl for over a year, and she didn't know the biggest part of my story and how I got it started. So that's a fail on my part. You have to keep telling your story. Otherwise, people aren't going to connect with you. And then number 12, invitation. So invite people to join your email list, to join a group, to visit your blog, etc. No more than 1 of every 10 posts should be an invitation. So you post 9 times, and then you've earned the right to invite them to something. A majority of your posts should be how-to or motivational, because that's what people are really looking for. That adds value to them. And every time that you're about to post something, always ask, is this valuable to someone that I haven't yet met? So my kids are really cute, or my dogs are really cute, but if people don't know my family, that's not going to be valuable to them unless it's really funny. And then it, has entertainment value. But always just think about, is this something that is going to be valuable to someone that I don't know? And that should kind of be your metric for determining whether or not it's okay to post on your page. So that is all I have. So if you guys have questions, or actually I'm going to start with Alex. Do you have anything that you want to add that I missed or forgot?
No, for having gone to the bathroom, you actually hit the nail on the head.
Awesome.
But, this is all you even got stuff that I didn't write down that still gave me aha moments now. That last statement about, is this valuable to somebody that you don't know yet, it makes a big difference in whether or not you're really doing this as a hobby and you're using your personal page. It's just, random stuff. What you call it, life casting, just putting junk out there that nobody really cares about over and over again. Make sure everything you do has value, which is really going to help me because my husband thinks that, I life cast. So
we all life cast, and I think that's part of the job also. But this is a different notebook. But I know that's one of the things that Janelle talked about in her branding is that you're not always life casting. Sometimes you're staging. So it's really part of your life that you eat XYZ, but you don't always eat it on a beautiful plate. Nobody wants to see your gross looking leftovers. They want to see a beautiful plate. So don't just life cast just to do it. Like sometimes you want to actually go in the neighbor's yard and take a picture because their flower beds are prettier than yours. So nobody knows that. That's really something they said. So, but some of that was my own stuff. See, so maybe good. That's why.
For being a shy introvert, pretty good speaking.
Thanks. I'm not too bad as long as I have notes. So if you know what I'm gonna say, then that's a lot better for me. Okay, so let's do questions now. If anybody has questions, I want to do that sit and spin. That looks fun. That looks like more fun than what I'm doing right now. Okay, I'll stop talking. All right. No questions. Okay, Megan, go ahead.
I always have a question.
Perfect.
You started off the conversation by stating to figure out the 10 people that you wanted to identify with. Is that Chalene Johnson's terminology for her lifers?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't mean 10 different people. I mean, just pick the one person that you really want to attract to you, and then speak to them, and you'll find 10 people like that. So you don't have to identify 10 different people, and you don't know who they are right now either, but 10 people who are like you. Okay. It's really quiet. Okay, did you guys all see that I posted that video from last week and also the calendar that I made? I'm totally open to suggestions on that calendar. I put on there everything that we talked about, and I don't have any more ideas, but if you guys have some feedback on that, that'd be great. I also put on there dates to do the Insanity Sneak Peek group like we talked about last week for Insanity Max. If you want to do that with me and go in on purchasing one Insanity Max to give away to, we'll give away one for everybody in that group. Let me know if you want to be part of that. And then I'm going to, I don't know, probably make up some sort of graphic to advertise it. And then we'll see how many people we want to do. It's probably going to be a $90 program, I'm guessing. But being able to say that we're giving one away for free, I think that'll get a lot of interest in order for us to get as many people as we can into that group. So. Okay. Well, Melissa, I just saw that I have two computers going here because of my recording situation. So I can't see everybody on both. Melissa, did you have anything that you wanted to add? Because I know you were there too.
As far as Shailene, she had a lot to say, and all of it was great, and I think I actually liked her on the last day. Not that I didn't like her before, but the last day was really awesome because she just validated a whole bunch of stuff that was said throughout the weekend, and it was just. If you have a chance to go to one of these, whatever one it is, definitely do it because it is totally worth it. The whole weekend is worth any money that you invest into it. That's the biggest thing I took away. So
good. Awesome. Anybody else? Just why don't we just do we have 7 minutes left. Think of one idea you have for good content of any of these 12 ideas, and let's share some ideas and kind of brainstorm. So.
Well, can I say, yesterday, my traction on my running page has been really slow lately. And so I don't know if you saw my post yesterday. I asked a stupid question, just a poll on those pants that I was wearing.
Which were awesome, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Those were from Kohl's because I was trying to get that pair that you had, but my mom couldn't find that pair. But anyways, like that simple post got me like 280 likes and like 70 comments on my like page. Just a simple this, or like you said, or how should I do my hair? And like I've done that before too, and it like so many people comment. So those are always good, easy ones to do.
Yeah, actually, I saw you did that, and I was like, oh, I'm totally doing that because I could do that like 6 times.
And I thought this is going to be a really dumb post. I'm like, I don't think anybody's going to care. Like I almost didn't post it, but then I was like, wow, apparently people had a lot of opinions on pants.
People have a lot of opinions on everything. And then it's, okay, this is going to sound really bad, but for the most part, I've already made up my mind before I have their opinion, you know, and I'll post stuff all the time on Facebook, and I don't necessarily want people's opinion. I just know that it's going to be like good traction. And then my like father-in-law will say stuff to me about my post. Like he wants to give me his opinion, but in person, or my mother-in-law. Why do you care? And I'm like, well, I don't, but you can't just say to people, well, I don't really care. But, anyhow, so. But yes, those are really good. And the pants are really cute.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, somebody else?
Well, the first idea that came to mind for me for like sharing a resource, which is probably something I'm going to do in the next couple of days, is must-haves for a home gym. Like if you're creating a home gym space, like what are the 3 essential things that you want in your home gym space? And that just kind of came to me right now because I was thinking I've been doing a lot of stuff at home recently. What 3 things do I really think are essential for me? And I thought, hey, that's probably what a lot of people who I know work out at home might want to know. So just
good. I want to know that.
Yeah. Me too. That's why I'm going to look it up.
Okay. I'm writing these down, so don't be surprised when you see your posts in my page.
Okay, so Amy, I had one. Can you hear me?
Yes. By the way, I love your hair right now. It's so cute. Okay.
Oh, really? Thank you. So I was thinking about trying to make it manageable, you know, and I think sometimes if you take a Saturday, you know, and do the Hootsuite or whatever, even though I do remember one of the, I guess to add on to it, one of the national wake-up calls did say, if you're going to use Hootsuite, make sure you go back to your post and not have it be like chirp on your end, because, so I just wanted to add that in there. So if we do, I think you had mentioned, you know, just take the time to get them all done. Just make sure that you go back to it if people start responding. So, but I was thinking, you know, these are 12. So if you like all 12, or if you don't, you could, you know, double up on one. But if you did, you know, that's 6 days of the week. So you get 6 and 6, you could add an extra one in there for the 7th day. But if you go on Hootsuite and you could just take the time on a Saturday, that's what I think I'm going to do. These are awesome, but to be able to take the time on a Saturday and put it together, you could easily get, like you were saying, I mean, you could easily get 28 days to almost a month worth and be able to just take a break for that month. And you could actually kind of just reword it and do it repetitively. You'd only be repeating something twice in 1 month. Nobody remembers that, especially if it's reworded and you're kind of asking the same question, but in a different way. So I was just thinking that would really make it easier for you to keep doing this, because it's hard to keep doing it on a regular basis without having to feel like your brain is dead for ideas. But these are awesome. So thanks for sharing these.
Amy, do you remember the name of the new website or like application that's going to be out?
Egger.
Edgar?
Egger. I don't know how you spell it. I think it's E-G-G-R-E. I don't know, Egger. But it was something that Shalene talked about that they're testing right now. It would be similar to Hootsuite, except for this is actually within Facebook. So I think it would have like a higher priority. It's a way to schedule your posts. And once you have them scheduled, like you can go in there and schedule 6 months worth of posts at one time. And then after it posts something, it like takes that and puts it at the bottom. So it like goes again. So, you know, that way like you don't just lose stuff. Like once stuff is posted in Hootsuite, it's gone.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons I like the Excel file thing, because I'm just going to put mine in there. And then after I post it, I'm going to move it to the bottom of that spreadsheet. And that way I'm not losing my content. And then when I get back to it and I know I've already posted it, I can kind of reword it and post it again. I'm talking really fast because my thing says less than a minute. So I don't want it to cut us off. So thank you guys for sharing, and thank you for being on here tonight. This is awesome. We're starting to have more people on the calls. I did post a schedule for the upcoming calls, and check out that Insanity calendar thing and let me know if you want to do it. And have a good week, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.